Welcome to the beautiful natural reservation of Pokemon Island. Here we are proud to protect all sorts of wonderful wildlife that make this island their home, where documentation can be made for these magnificent creatures in their natural habitats. Feel free to feed the local fauna apples. And just apples. No matter what species you encounter, just remember, everything eats apples. From carnivores to sentient objects, the answer is always apples. Be sure to stay vigilant on our tour and have your cameras ready for particularly rare sightings like evolution, wild battles, funny deformities, social anarchistic uprisings, inbreeding, and oh, what's this? Speaking of which, if we take a look over to our left, we'll get a rare sighting of our two local Snorlax mating. These two lovely specimens are a pride and joy of Pokemon Island staff, and it looks like we're just in time for the action, as it generally takes wild Snorlax several hours to find their mate's genitalia. What a true wonder of nature. Just look at them really going at it.
As a sad kid without an N64, all I remember about this game was watching stubborn friends and neighbors playing it and never giving me a turn. At least now I can finally... Bomb, are you okay? I thought I was taking a picture of a muck, until Professor Oak praised me for getting so many horny grimers into one shot. So much slime. I get the feeling you went to the wrong island. And then there were those Mr. Mimes, which could apparently be female. I would show you proof, but... Nah man, I'm good. So did you get any photos that you shouldn't burn? Oh yeah, here's a Charizard, a surfing Pikachu, and a three-legged Hitmonlee. That's not a leg. Sorry about all that. Pokemon Snap plays like a rail shooter, where you photograph over 60 wild Pokemon across 7 different locales with branching paths and other random elements thrown in for replayability. Your selected photos are collected and stored by Professor Oak after each round, unlocking new stages as you progress. You just described the entire game. What the heck am I supposed to say? Well, keep in mind we are talking about the N64 here, so the controls are a little unwieldy by today's standards. Also, Oak's judgment points are pretty robotic, where he basically just wants close-up centered images all the time. Lame aesthetic, but hey, he's a professor, not an art critic. Okay, the younger generation is probably raising an eyebrow right now at how lame this all sounds, but believe me when I say that the real fun in the game is in discovering what happens when you interact with the world and figure out secrets like hidden Pokemon signs and discovering where to look and where to get all the rare Pokemon to appear. Otherwise, this game just sounds like the cutest version of House of the Dead imaginable. Kids don't even know what House of the Dead is. It's an old arcade cabinet shooter. They don't know arcade cabinets either. And as if it was made specifically to ruin my joke, House of the Dead is apparently coming back from the grave as I edit this video. Seriously, like, do I have some sort of superpowers to bring stuff back from the dead? It sure is a shame that nobody knows what Metroid is, right? Well, speaking of outdated game cabinets, Pokemon Snap even had physical kiosks you could visit in real life, where you could plug in your cartridge and make prints of your photos taken in the game. Oh yeah, those were Blockbuster. What's a Blockbuster? Pokemon in 3D, this well-modeled and animated, was cool enough to sell this entire game in 1999, but what was even cooler was the fact that we finally got to see them all in the wild, in their natural habitats. The game's presentation really made it all feel like you were really in the world of Pokemon. But due to the graphical limitations of the N64, this limited the number and length of the stages, making this game pretty short. Like, really short. Like you can casually see the entire game in a few hours short. But just getting to interact with a fully 3D Pokemon world even for a few hours was mind-blowing enough for kids in the 90s. I can't help but imagine the original concept of this game, once described by the late Satoru Iwata, as a simple game where you just took pictures, devoid of any real motivation or purpose, until it occurred to the team to add Pokemon to make the game interesting. Well, now that I think about it, the game would largely be the same, but instead you'd just be taking photos of random animals instead of Pokemon. That's super lame. Hold on, are you telling me what we fell for was only pandering? But look at all the Pokemon! No! Wow, I finally found a cloister! Don't fall for it, Bomb! Oh, Gyarados just came out of the waterfall! He's not himself, I swear! Pokemon! Professor Oak has asked you to capture the wild Pokemon of Pokemon Island on film. Tour the island in your 01 vehicle and snap pictures of Pokemon in their natural habitat. Only the best shots will do for Professor's Pokemon report, so sharpen your photography skills and get ready to snap. Were you expecting Shakespeare? Oh right, there was music in this game! I guess it was okay because none of it really got on my nerves or anything. Did it really have a chance to when the game was only a few hours long? Yeah, that's fair. Have you ever wanted to experience the natural world of Pokemon in the form of an eventful safari? Do you need to distract some kids for about 30 minutes? Well, the positive gamer in me had enough fun with Pokemon Snap to score it with a 6 out of 10. Though still above average for its unique cult classic concept, its discouraging lack of content keeps it from being much more than a fun weekend distraction for younger Pokemon fans. The critical gamer in me tries to look past all the nostalgic fluff of Pokemon Snap to fairly assess the game as it really is, landing on a 4 out of 10. The game isn't exactly bad, but the vast majority of players going into this blind expecting a huge Pokemon expedition will inevitably leave it unsatisfied. What fans love so much about this game is the amazing potential the N64 glimpses us into, and with the series finally getting a new installment over 20 years later on the Switch, we just might finally see this concept fully realized yet. But what do you think? Tell us how your positive and critical sides rate Pokemon Snap in the comments below. But if you're discrediting the sheer impact of Pokemon Snap so much you can't appreciate all that it does right, then you're just playing with yourself. Thanks so much for watching, and remember to like the videos and subscribe for more, and use the links in the description to nominate future episodes. Thank you to our amazing Patreon members, Atomic Thomas, Cameron, Arrow, Ben, Rowan, Erica, Shayam, Squad Fam, Sid, and Denny.